Hey you guys, welcome back to Home Mistakes. I know it has been a while since I posted a video. That is because your girl has been up and around and about all over the place. My last video I told you guys that I went to Sierra Leone to tend to my dad's grave, and it was a wonderful trip. And so many changes have been happening since the beginning of the year. And another change that you can see here, my hair is different. I decided to join the locks team. So if anybody out there has locks, please drop something in the comment, some kind of advice, motivation, or anything, because this is very new for me. I'm still trying to get used to the look, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm really looking forward to the growth and the simplicity of it all. I absolutely love it. That's just one thing that's changed. Another thing that changed is that I'm no longer 50. I'm 51 now, and yeah, so much has been going on. When I came back from my trip in Sierra Leone, the house was upside down as usual. Well, that's not even true. I know I always say that. I always feel sorry for them afterwards. The kitchen was a mess. The rest of the house was okay, but the kitchen was a mess. They tried to do what they could, but when I'm not around to navigate and give directions, things obviously fall apart. Well, another thing that I've noticed since I came back is that in the kitchen area, especially, it's like we used to be able to get away with just one load of dishwashing, right? But the past couple of months, I've been noticing that that is not enough anymore. And I try to take a closer look at it and the whole situation and figure out why that is happening. Well, one reason could be that because we're just, so many, we're five of us. And, we each have different ways of eating, different diets and different schedules. So eating together like we used to before is not even possible now. So everyone tends to prepare their own food. And with that, we have obviously more pots, more pans in circulation. So yeah, we used to just putting them in the dishwasher, but the dishwasher cannot cope with that anymore. It's just too much. It's just get filled up too quickly. So I had to think of new rules. And the new rule in our house is no pots and pans and, large mixing bowls and stuff in the dishwasher. Whoever uses anything has to wash it by hand. See, this is a thing. Change happens all the time, and problems occur in a household when we refuse to go by the changes, or when we ignore the changes that are happening in our lives. And this is a situation, we're in a season now where change has to happen. I have to get my kids to understand that we're using more than we used to in the past, and we need to do something different in order for everything to flow properly, in order for whoever needs something to come to the kitchen, open the drawer or cupboard and find it there and find it clean. And so this is the new rule, and I'm really excited to see how we're going to manage with it. So far, it's been quite okay. I mean, one or two times I had to, call one or two people from back downstairs to wash their pots. But so far, it's pretty okay. It's going on pretty well. So changes are happening all the time. So whilst I clean and redecorate my living room, I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. Yeah, it's part of life, and as the seasons change, I like to change the decoration in my home as well, and bring in, that vibe, so that the whole atmosphere, the whole environment will be according to the season or the celebration or the time of the year in general. And that kind of like supports us in being together as a family as well, sets the mood, sets the tone for many other things that happen in our everyday lives. And once I'm cleaning up, I every now and then decide to move a piece of furniture here and there. There's not much I can do here because we have such large windows, but this is one little sitting area that I like to move around, change around every now and then. It may seem awkward to some to say, well, why is there a sitting area there? There's another sitting area there. But that's because we like different sitting areas in the home, because it's just a fun thing, and it just supports our moods depending on what you like. If you just want to sit down and have a read, you can go in that little corner, or sit down and watch TV, it'll be another corner. So I really love this area, and I decided to make it really, change the table first of all, and bring in that wood, that warmth into the space. And I always like putting a book or two whilst I'm doing my tablescapes to inspire reading, bring in conversations and all that. So I really loved the way that this area turned out. And of course, a candle is always a good thing to have there, because it just also brings in that warmth and coziness in the little sitting area. Don't worry about my plants, because in my absence they did suffer a little bit. And I always tell people, think that I'm a plant mom. I'm not. I'm like a plant babysitter. I try to do my best. I'm not the best at it, and I make mistakes once in a while, but I'm still learning, and I'm doing my very best to make sure that my plants stay long. And the ones that you see now, those plants are really loyal ones, because they have been through so much, but they're still there. Yeah, and this time, because I just came back from Sierra Leone, and my dad, he died last year, and the memories are really fresh in my mind. So I decided to arrange this little table with things from my dad that remind me of him, that remind me of his achievements, which also makes me feel like I am able and capable of doing, wonderful things like as he did. So that's what this area is for. I really, really like it. I like the green against the wood. I really love that look. Yeah, moving on. I have another one on the other side as well. This one, I had a difficult time decorating this table this time. Not a difficult time, but I kept changing it. At one point, I had the rabbit on it, but then I took the rabbit off, and then I put the rabbit back on again. And that's how it is when you're decorating. When you start, it's not like you know exactly what you want to do. You just, I just let myself be inspired by the pieces that I have, or the pieces that I decide to use, or the time of the year in general. That's what inspires me. Sometimes it's a color that inspires me, and this time, because I took the pink book away, because I just wanted something that had blue in it, because the chairs, the cushions, and it just goes well with what I decided to do this time. Of course, the bunny rabbits are on the table, and that's also another thing. It comes change. We talk about change today. We have to allow ourselves to learn and allow ourselves to make mistakes, and trust that we're going in the right direction. I'm saying this because I know there's this narrative out there now about bunny rabbits not having anything to do with the Christian religion, that it's, overriding the real meaning of Easter. And I understand that, and I believe that, and I go with that as well. I mean, I really understand what is being explained there, the idea behind the whole thing. But the thing is, I have these bunny rabbits already, and I'm not going to throw them away. So what I'm gonna do now is just redefine the reason for the bunny rabbits. Okay, they're not there because of Easter, they're there because they're a piece of decoration that I have. And this is something that people should think about when it comes to decorating and decor pieces. We can't, some people have so much of it. You can't constantly buy new ones just because there's a new something is in style, or just because you fall in love with a color that you might not even like in a month or two. So really, it's about sticking to the things that you have, and maybe working with your mindset, changing the way that you feel about the things, or maybe you can even change them by coloring them, or by adding something to them, or taking something away from your decor to make it look different, and not always have the need to go out and buy something new all the time. Because guess what? Everything you buy, you're gonna have to take care of, or dispose of, or give away, or sell, or do something with eventually. Nothing stays forever, nothing lasts forever. So that's why I am really careful about what I buy, because everything you buy means responsibility. And I do not want more responsibility. We already have enough responsibility. And so I'm gonna keep the Easter bunnies. If you see my Easter bunnies, no, let me correct myself. I'm gonna keep my rabbits. And they're not Easter bunnies anymore. They're just rabbits, because I really do respect this thought, this idea that Easter bunnies have nothing to do with Christianity or Easter at all. So you're going to see you're going to see bunny rabbits in my decor, and I really like them. Large ones, small ones, all sizes. And and I love the way that this space turned out. Very airy as usual. This is a place where we tend to sit down a lot and gather together. So I didn't want to put the very large rabbit in the middle of the table. I had it there last year, and I found that it was in the way when we're trying to watch TV or playing games or whatever on the table. So I put the larger one on the smaller side table. I also popped a few of my cushions on the sofa. Those are the handmade ones. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I designed those fabrics myself. My brand is called Momentos Box. So you can just go ahead and look around. I love, 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 love what I do. It's a home textile brand, and you can find all kinds of stuff in there. So feel free to go and check it out. And as you can see, I love working with natural elements. I love working with wood and nuts and pine cones and steaks and all that stuff. Bringing that into the decor is like bringing the outside in. I also love working with gold and silver. That combination brings in that coolness into the space as well, combined with the wood makes it more neutral. So yeah, that's my decor. So I believe that recognizing when things are changing in our home, in our lives, our family, can help us to find solutions. And those solutions are there to make life easier, to reduce the friction, to reduce the stress in the home or in our lives in general. So acknowledging that there's something has changed is like the first step. And from there, we have to try and figure out what we can do to make things, to reduce the friction. Changes are always going to happen, and it is guaranteed. Nothing stays the same. So we have to work on knowing and understanding that changes are going to happen. Believe that things won't be like this forever. Believe that sad times are going to come. As negative as it may sound, believe that illness is going to come. Believe that, I don't know, things will change. And once we understand that, we then start working on our capacity, on our strength, and our ability to be able to cope when these changes occur. So living your life thinking that everything is constantly going to be beautiful, going to be peaceful, is kind of dangerous, because it's like you're living in a bubble, and this bubble is going to burst once life starts really happening and changes start occurring. So these changes are there to strengthen us. These changes are there to help us grow and become more strong and more stable people. And yeah, so that's why I don't mind change at all. And when I clean, you guys believe me, that's when I have all these thoughts in my mind, and I think about God and the world and all the wonderful things that we have here and all the challenges that we face. And cleaning is that time for me, really, to have those conversations with myself. You will notice that my bookshelf My bookshelf is a mess. It is a complete mess, but change happens, and it has been kind of like a dumping ground, a spot where I just put all the things that I just don't need right now, or I plan to organize and put somewhere else. But maybe that might be my next video. Yeah, that's going to be the next video. I'm going to work on my shelf and redecorate it and reorganize it, and I'll take you guys along. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.